Okay, we skipped over 2014 because that was in the Mousetrap 2 and all that. There wasn't really any footage from that year for some reason, whatever Bay Con and Fanime, where we did not film. It was apparently kind of a dead year, and there wasn't a lot to see there. 2015 was very similar with the footage from Bay Con, but at least with that one, instead of Bay Con for 2014 wasn't much at all, so we didn't include it. There was no creepypasta of 2014. 2015, Fanime was big, so we went to Fanime, and there was enough there to create some of it there and recreate the thing and make the mood of both the conventions that I went to that year different. And at that point in 2015, also they made it a little after that, in 2016, they made it so you couldn't just walk around in the corridors and stuff. You had to actually pay to get into the whole thing. And it looks like as of 2016, it paid to go in the whole thing. That changed everything. You were going to commit to Bay Con or Fanime or nothing. And Bay Con had moved out. So Fanime, we got in line con, did the whole thing, paid for it, did the whole weekend. Ever since we've been doing that. So Bay Con allowed us in that early period, to just do the corridor. You walk up the corridor back and forth. But once they finished the remodeling and everything, by then they said, no, you have to pay to get up there, even if you're not going to go in the dealer's room. You have to pay to get onto the second floor and go back and forth. So that changed everything. So we had to pay for it now. It looks like the 2015 footage is mainly Bay Con because they couldn't. I keep saying Bay Con. It's mainly Fanime because Bay Con kind of sucked that year, and then it really sucked the next year. They weren't even there. The 2015 is the last Bay Con. It was pretty dead, and even though Mr. Weber was there, it still was pretty dead. And it was also a Wonder Woman convention 2 years before had the Wonder Woman movie come out like 2 years earlier. It would have been, it would have worked. It would have been amazing, but they didn't do that. So Wonder Woman convention before Wonder Woman ever was finished. It was in production, but it wasn't finished. Anyway, so we have a Fanime sort of pseudo creepypasta in the tradition of the Mousetrap Project 2014, which would have been finished, and then there would be a 2016 sequel, Mousetrap Project 3 Excursion, which then was re-uploaded in 2019. And so there's some confusion as to when those were released, but that's what happened. 2016 is the Excursion. They were filmed back to back, the 2014 and 2016 one. They were going to do a third sequel, and they filmed it back to back, kind of like they did with Back to the Future 2 and 3. They're filmed back to back. They never did another one. The Teddy Ruxpin thing later on, 2 years later, was a different thing. And that's where the creepypasta started, that 2018. But we're going back and going through these and going like, okay, so this version of this is a little long in the tooth, but it does show sort of a video slideshow thing, kind of illustrating how it's mostly looking around in the convention. It's a little long, but it does show the creepypasta elements in there, like a slightly longer creepypasta elements in the 2015 when the stories weren't there. Some of their friends were there, but they weren't there. That's kind of what this next one is, 2015. And we started paying for Bay Con from that. Last year we didn't have the money to pay for a full weekend, so just the one day. So I went to the one day last year. And we were going to go to the Silicon Valley one, but they canceled it. Also, Big Wow had stopped. Big Wow was gone. Big Wow Comic Fest would return in 2016 to 2017. I wouldn't catch the 2016 one. 2017. And be renamed San Jose Comic Con. It would remain San Jose Comic Con, I believe, until like 2018. It's still San Jose Comic Con, And then apparently the people doing it from Apple got in trouble with Comic-Con San Diego and Comic-Con New York. They apparently got in trouble, and they're like, you can't really call it that. That's our thing. You can't have that. It's not. You're not Comic-Con. Yeah, I think that's when it changed. I could be wrong, but I know it went up to at least 2017 because they had the 30th anniversary of Next Generation at Silicon at Comic-Con, San Jose Comic-Con. Silicon Valley Comic-Con was a little later. They called it Silicon Valley Comic-Con, but they, did business as. So then I think it was 2018, 2019, they renamed it Silicon, and that's what I've known. That's what it's been since, Silicon, Adam Savage Silicon, and in 2019 is Adam Savage Silicon. It was actually the sophomore year of that, I think, the second year of that. And then there was, of course, Fanime, and then went to the last official year of that, which was the return after the pandemic, 2022. Then they stopped doing it, and they canceled last year, so didn't do 2023. Did 2022 though when we have some of that footage. So anyway, I think this is going to be the last for the evening, unless we jump to the 2017 stuff. I don't know if I want to tonight. Maybe tomorrow morning. But yeah, it's a little hairy, but these are not meant to be part of the convention because the convention footage does already exist on the two channels, on the reviews channel and the Cat channel, Weird Kitty 07 or On Location Cats channels. I'm not doing a redo of the convention. What this is just sort of the convention goof movie, the convention gag reel goof movie creepypasta. And yeah, by the time this one is an hour. So it's a little long. It probably didn't need to go on that long. It probably could have been trimmed more. But that's just what it is. It's just fine. I hope that the year is right on there, because that would suck. Yeah, because it was actually 2016. Oh, it's 2015. 2015. Fanime and Bay Con. So they outlived the big WoW Comic Fest. Just they outlived that, but and they hold the Silicon Valley Comic Con, which became Silicon, at the place where they hold Fanime. So they hold them either a couple of weeks afterward or a couple of weeks before. So they get the same venue at the San Jose McHenry Convention Center. No, it is not a sponsor. That would be awesome, but no. And no, I know some people have wondered. So is SAP Stadium, SAP the Sharks Stadium in San Jose State? Is that the same SAP as SAP One Productions? No, no, it's not. We joke about that, but no, it's not. We're not associates with the people who run the Sharks Stadium. That would be awesome, but no, not the event center, the other thing either. Our brief affiliation was with the Time Tunnel Toys, the Time Tunnel Toy Show and Fair. Mainly because we bought a lot of toys from them, and we're just like repeat buyers of toys from them. Yeah. So that's mainly it. And we were associated with the creature events thing as well, and the that as well, but not so much anymore. But we were. So that's basically it. And I don't know what's wrong with the white balance on this thing again.